So Silver Sleuth wants to duke it out in a penny box battle, huh? Interesting. Hey everybody, it's Rob with RobFindsTreasure, and I was reached out to by Silver Sleuth, who seems to think that the state of Michigan has better penny boxes than the state of Texas. Well, he didn't exactly say that, but what he did say was he was going to pack up 3 boxes of pennies because it costs the same to ship 3 as it does 1, and wanted to go ahead and start a penny bank box battle. Now, he posted a video to him actually packing this box so that I knew he would be checking for circulated coins, 1, and of course not adding any goodies to sweeten the pot. I'll have a link to that video up here just in case you want to check it out. That being said, we're going to go ahead and crack open this box and make sure the goods are still intact. I'll tell you, it was definitely a heavy box, so I'm pretty sure we've got 3 boxes of circulated pennies inside. Now, we've agreed on the scorekeeping as well, so there'll be no ifs, ands, or buts, any surprises on how the point schedule works, which I believe is in this envelope right here. So Silver Sleuth writes, in your last email you mentioned doing a 3-box Rob Finds Treasure Box Challenge series. Yeah, so basically he offered up a 1 box versus 1 box and said that it costs the same to ship a box as it does 3. And I thought, well, why don't you send all 3 at once and we'll just do a 3-box series. So he shipped 3 boxes of pennies for the challenge and checked them to make sure they were circular before they were shipped. We agreed upon the best box of the challenge gets the fines. So I would like to keep it as the winner gets the fines from each box instead of doing a winner gets all. So how that's going to work, guys, is his box 1 will go against my box 1. And instead of shipping all of the pennies back, 2 boxes worth, the winner will just keep the fines from both boxes. Now, as an added incentive, he also let me know I don't need to ship the discarded pennies back. So as a way of me doing the series, I'm kind of getting to keep some of the pennies to send back to the bank, which is kind of nice. But at the end of the day, it's not about the remaining pennies. It's about what do we find in the boxes. Now, he's got 3 boxes here. And because they're in this order and I have no idea what's in them, I'm going to quickly take my silver pen and I'm just going to make it very simple. That's box 1, box 2, and that's box 3. Now, I've chosen my Wells Fargo boxes as what I'll use for the hunt. I've already checked them, Silver Sleuth. I guess I should have opened them on camera, but I had to check for circulation as well. This is part of my 2-box pickup and from Wells Fargo. So I have 2 boxes to hunt this week against your first 2 boxes. And then next week when I pick up my other 2 boxes, we'll go ahead and do that. I also enclosed a 1-ounce Sasquatch copper round from Michigan for your collection. I hope you and your family have a Merry Christmas. Silver Sleuth. Mike, man, thank you very much. And here it goes. He says he's made 1 small adjustment to remove the 65 to present Canadians to get to the last score sheet we agreed upon. This is the score sheet. He pretty much took a picture of my penny hunt mat, and we've assigned some points here. I'm not going to go through all the points, guys, but what I'll do is at the end of the box, when I do the recap, I'll go ahead and use this sheet side by side, and we'll see what the scores are for each box. Obviously, it's going to be a series that I'll have a special playlist for. The gloves are off. Thought I'd go ahead and show off this Sasquatch copper round before we kicked off round 1. We're on roll number 6 of Silver Sleuth's first box, and we finally got a wheat penny here, and it could be a good one. Looks kind of old from the back, but we shall see. It's not that old, but it is a 1950 Denver, so not a bad score. Gets him on the board. First find of the box. I mean, we got a 59 and a pretty nice 63, but those aren't part of the scoring. I'm just separating them for myself, and we'll get back to the hunt. Roll number 8 is going to have some Canadians, and I was a little bit afraid of him being up in Michigan that he'd get a lot of points just on foreigns like Canadians. Luckily, though, we switched the Canadian scoring to anything 1965 or newer, is not worth points, just to kind of save me a little bit. But that being said, we do have a Canadian right here, and unfortunately, it's a 65, which doesn't score points. But there is another one back here, and it's going to be past 65 as well, 76. So 2 Canadians, but no points scored on those ones. But I'm curious to see how many points he gets from the Canadians being close to the border. Roll number 9 kind of has an odd find here. You can see it has some counter striking, and it looks like it's a crab that says Cancer 621 to 722. So a Zodiac counter struck penny, kind of cool. Doesn't score any points on the sheet, but still a cool find nonetheless. Same roll, another Canadian, 1982 though. Roll number 11, another Canadian, and this one is 1961. So it looks like the young head's going to get him on the board with some points. Can't get mad at that. I'm going to flip the ones that count as points so I remember to count them properly. All right, back to the hunt. Roll 13, another Canadian, another young head, 1964. More points from the Canadians. Roll 15, got another wheat penny here. Wheat penny number 2, and it's a 56. Roll 16, we've got a Wheatie, and I think there's a Canadian back there as well. And that's a 54D. So third wheat penny, and 1979. Roll 17, a few more Canadians. 1980, and a 1993. Roll 18, we have another Canadian here, and I think what I'm going to do, since there's going to be a lot of Canadians, is I'll only show the ones that score points. I'll still show the wrap-up of the Canadians, but for this point forward, I'm just going to go ahead and show the ones that score points according to the sheet. Roll 25, halfway through the box, and we've got another wheat penny for Silver Sleuth, a 56D. Roll 31 is going to have a wheat penny. I think it said 40 something. 1945. Oldest of the box. Roll 32, and the Canadian barrage continues. This one will score points though. It's a 1964 young head, and that's how many Canadians we got so far. Only 3 have scored points, but it's a lot of Canadians. We got a bird scent here. Of course, it's a 1967, so it doesn't score points, but I wanted to point that out as well. Roll 33, another point-scoring Canadian, 1963. Roll 41 is going to have a young head ender, so we know that's scoring some points. Let's see what else is in this roll. Roll 46, and we've got a wheat penny facing us. I think it's a 44. It is. So that's now the oldest of the box, and it's wheat penny number 6. Roll number 50 of the box is going to produce yet another Canadian young head, 1958. So that's a good year. I don't think we're going to score anything else in this box. So let me tally up the points using the score sheet, and we'll figure out what the points are for Silver Sleuth's first box, and I'll give you a wrap up of my thoughts. So Silver Sleuth's first box had 6 wheat pennies, as you can see here. The earliest was 44, and then a couple of 56s. So those all in the 40s and 50s score us 10 points each. So we got 60 points for the Wheaties. 7 Canadians from the years 53 to 64 are also worth 10 points. So 70 points for those, 130 points. Now there's a lot of other finds in the box, 459s, 2 technically almost AU coins, 169S, some 09s there, and some other kind of keepers like the gold-toned 83 and the counterstruck coin, but those aren't on the score sheet, so for now we'll keep it like it is. I will say that it was fun, but a lot of work going through this box. I have never seen so many Philadelphia minted pennies in the box, and for those that know I check for errors and varieties, I mean, 98 to 2000 Ps, we had a lot of those to look at. Unfortunately, none were the white AM. The 83P, none were the DDR. We also got the check for the 84P for the double ear, and you name it. The list goes on. So it was a fun hunt, but it took a lot longer than I thought because of all the Philadelphia minted pennies. That said, it's time to move on to RFT's first box, Wells Fargo number 1. Let's see how it does against Silver Sleuth. Roll 7 of my box, and we've got a wheat penny peeking out, so I figured I'd bring you guys in for it. Could be in the 50s. No, 45. 45p on the board. Roll number 11. Gonna have another wheatie here. It's facing me. I think it's in the 30s. Nope. Thought it was 35, but it is 45. So two 1945p's to start off. Roll number 19. Just pulled it out of the box. We've got a wheat penny ender. All right, let's see what it is. The ender was on the back side of the roll, and it is a 1951D. Third wheat penny of the box. Roll number 23, and we're going to have our fourth wheat penny of the box. 44. Roll 30, and I figured I'd show it since I don't get them very often in my boxes, but we did get a Canadian. Unfortunately, it's a 1981. Same roll, another Canadian, but it's a 98. Roll number 33. We're going to have our fifth wheat penny in the box, and it's a 53D. Roll number 35. I just got through inspecting another 69S. That's 3 in the box. I don't find that many, but I happened to look down. I saw there was a wheat penny, and I looked up, and there's another one. So this is going to be wheat penny number 6 in the box. It's only a 57D, but it gets another point on the board. And then we got another one right here, and that's a 51. So 7 wheat pennies in the box, 15 more rolls. Roll number 40, we're going to have our 8th wheat penny of the box. 55D. Roll number 46, and I'm going to have my third Canadian, and this one is a 1961. So it is going to score me some points. The irony, I never find Canadians, maybe one a box. We've got 3, and we got one of them scoring us points. Maybe Silver Sleuth's Michigan luck is rubbing off on me. Unbelievable. Same roll. Another 2 Canadian penny roll. We've had 4 Canadians, and both were in 2 different rolls. 2 sets of 2. Crazy. Roll 49. We're going to have our 9th wheat penny of the box. 56D. Hunting that last roll, and we're about a third of the way through. We've got another wheat penny here. 57D. Doesn't help much, but it is one more. So we finished hunting that box of pennies, and we did get 10 wheat cents, which is 4 better than Silver Sleuth's box. Unfortunately, we didn't get as much help from our friends up north. We only got 1 penny that is in the scoring range for Canada. Nothing else counts for points. We did find a lot of 09s. We got 5 59s, 5 decently conditioned pennies that I would pull out if it was me, and 3 69S's, which is one of the most that I usually find in a box. I've kept Silver Sleuth's finds that I pulled out just like this over there. We also found a cracked die. It's a 2000, and you can see it right there. I was checking it for the wide AM, and I saw that cracked die. So pulled it out, kind of a cool find. And then this is a 1980 D penny that has been so deteriorated, it actually weighs like it's zinc, 2.42. Now we know it's not made out of zinc. It's clearly made out of copper, but it's been worn down so much that it actually weighs what a zinc penny weighs. Thought that was kind of neat. I'm going to get these plugged into the stat sheet, but I think it's going to be 100 points for the Wheaties because nothing was older than 40. And it's going to be 10 points for the Canadian. So I believe Silver Sleuth takes round 1, 130 to 110. But let's make it official. Well, it's official, everyone. Silver Sleuth, 130 points. RobFindsTreasure, 110. Winner of round 1, box 1, is Silver Sleuth. Hopefully you enjoyed this first round of Silver Sleuth in Michigan versus RFT in Texas. If you did, I'd appreciate a thumbs up. And as always, everyone, happy hunting. And thanks for watching. There's all the finds of the first round, Silver Sleuth. We'll get you the next time.